Hey guys, welcome back. And in this tutorial, gonna be working more in the head proportions, and in this case, a little bit more in the mouth. So remember that so far I just have this base mesh. So what I'm gonna be doing here, just gonna of course I need to duplicate it. I just duplicate it, and I'm gonna create. I just added the subdivision surface. I just apply it. I'm going to sculpt mode and start finding more proportion shapes. In this case, and just have the ears right there. So this is really raw process. It's going to help me to find those volumes that I need for this guy in this case. Reshaping the mouth in this case, trying to find nice curves, nice design for had a huge mouth. Remember about isolating parts? Well, in this case, masking process. So it's gonna help you to isolate areas and just focus in that area. It's like a safe area, so nothing is gonna happen out of the masking process. This is a really good practice for you to actually learn how to use the masking tools. And this case is really helpful because like you see there, I needed to add the that mask area just because I was gonna work in the area above, so I needed to have like a safe selection that nothing is gonna ruin the other area. So I'm just trying to find more proportion for the eyes and the nose, everything in the head. I just found a pinching thing there, but that's gonna be fixed once I'm in the dynamic topology. So I don't care because in this stage I'm not worried about topology. I'm not worried about polygons or loops, anything. And just worry about shapes. Try to find the right shapes, the right proportion in this case. Now you see there, and just walking around with the grab tool. Grab tool is, I think, the tool that I'm using almost all the time, just for to find. In this case, for proportion, I think this is the right thing because you can grab like an amount of polygons in a smooth selection and just move around. It's very helpful. By the way, the shark, the key for grab, of course, is going to be G. Remember that in Blender you can actually change everything. If you don't like to use like a key or a shortcut for any combination of keys, you can actually find those and just change it for something that's going to be helpful for you. And that's one of the things that I love from Blender. You can actually change everything. It's gonna be just much better for you. The workflow is gonna be just much faster. So the first videos in this tutorial series is gonna be more about proportions. That's one of the things that I'm really careful because that's the thing that is gonna give you a better idea for the character, and it's gonna help you to find more meaning in the character. It's gonna give you a better idea and what the character is, what else you can keep in this case for to find better personality. Like the jaw here is really strong, so it's really heavy, like the base of the neck right there, and just trying to find like a really strong guy. And right now you don't see it, but you can see that, further in the other video tutorials. I'm going to be changing a few things here, but like I said before, there's a process that you can actually find. Like you saw there, I saw that the head was like too flat and too thin, so I wanted to give a better strong look, something more matte look, if you will. Like if you remember from the other tutorials, I always like to find those flat areas and just straight break it down, like straight curves, straight lines, that kind of things. Try to make it more dynamic. I don't know. I think it's gonna help you. It's gonna help to you and the people that's watching is seeing the character. It's trying to understand and it's trying to give you more pleasant view for in this case. I don't know. It's gonna help the character too to look more accurate actually. If you see an animal or something in real life, it's hard to see that they are not dynamic. They're alive. There's no there is no symmetry, and I'm gonna break that in a little bit. And this is something that you're gonna find very very helpful when you're creating your characters. And by the way, I'm gonna give you a set of references for this guy. So if you want to create something like this, you can have an idea and and of course you're gonna have the file, but just much more information for you guys. So like you see here, and just following the process and just trying to find. In this case, I'm using the inflate tool. So the tools that I have been using here is crease, grab, inflate, smooth, and right now crease tool to make cuts. Those cuts are lines for definition. That's the clay tool, clay strip tool. I like to use it because it's really raw, and every single sculpting process with this tool is going to be amazing for you. When you have when you spend a lot of time sculpting, there's going to be a moment that you're going to see, oh my god, I can actually feel the brush sculpting on the character. I don't know. For you, maybe it's going to be weird, just telling you this right now. But for me, it's just something that I can actually, feel more identifying with the process. I love what I do, so that's why, I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just trying to find more shapes here in the horns, trying to find and break, those flat areas, trying to give more volume to this guy. And right now, working just on the horns. Here I'm trying to use, I'm actually using inflate tool to create those nice wrinkles. And there is a crease tool. Actually, crease tool is really good for this process, just because you're gonna scratch the surface of any surface in this case, and it's gonna help you really really fast to actually create those little cuts. So if you see, it's looking much better. The proportions are really much better than the start process. I have a better idea now. So here I'm just trying to, accommodate everything because I just moved the base of the bust and the character. Just I need to, move this piece of clothing or whatever it is. And after a while working on this, I noticed that I was just losing time here. Yeah. Anyways, but it's a good way to focus, and sometimes you need to have a better idea on what you're doing. But I didn't have any idea what I was doing here, so I got the idea later on. And that usually happens because when you're working and you don't have any reference and just creating something from your head, or for a mix of other references, you need to find an unique piece. So in this case, I thought this was gonna be a good idea, but or anyways. Okay, guys, thank you for watching the tutorial, and see you in the next one. All right, bye bye.